The most important relationship that you have is with yourself. Think about it. You're the one person that every single day of your life, you spend time with your thoughts, you spend time with your own emotions. You are the only person that is with you all the time during your high moments, your low moments, every single success and every failure. And I truly believe that you can't fully love someone else to your full potential until you fully love yourself. So why do we spend so much time seeking the validation and love from others when the real key to happiness is learning to love ourselves first? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Amanda and I make self-help, beauty, lifestyle content. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to see more of me, I am on TikTok and on Instagram at It's Amanda Bliss. My old username was Amanda_Bliss456. But I actually was hacked on my Instagram, which is a whole other situation. So I changed my username on everything except obviously YouTube is just the same thing. But yeah, I post like similar content on TikTok as well. So you can definitely go check that out if you like. And obviously if you end up liking this video, you can definitely like and subscribe. But yeah, so in today's video, we're gonna be diving into self-love habits, how to romanticize time alone, and everything that I've learned from being single for about a year now. I feel like this video was perfect timing because, you know, Valentine's Day just happened and I feel like a lot of people in my life were telling me that it was not a good holiday for them and that they felt sad, they felt not worthy just because they weren't in a romantic relationship. But there is so much more love out there besides just romantic relationships. I know it's so like cliche to say. I feel like as a society, we place romantic relationships as the highest, most important standard for any relationship in our life. And if we're not in a romantic relationship, we're not worthy of love. We're just worthy in general, or we have to like wait until we're in a romantic relationship to be completely and fully happy. But that's not true, because this time period in our life where we're not in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship, that's not the end all be all. That's not where self-love ends. If anything, when you're in a relationship, you have to give yourself even more love, because that time when you are alone means even more, because you're not always alone, if you know what I mean. Romantic love and even just love with other people is definitely not the most important love. The most important love is the love that you have for yourself. So if you're ready to start treating yourself like the love of your life, keep watching. So what do you think of when you think of loving a partner? There's many different things you might think of, but what I think of is the 5 different love languages. All of these love languages are amazing for treating other people how you want to be treated. But think about it. You can literally do all of these same things for yourself as well. I like to tap into each of the different 5 love languages. Even when I am in a relationship or even with friendships, I feel like I'm someone who likes all of them. There's some that I definitely like more, but when I'm treating myself, I feel like all of them really work well. Especially since you're giving it to yourself, you know exactly what you like, so you'll never really get it wrong unless you're just trying something new. So the first one, words of affirmation. So obviously the first thing that comes to mind with this is definitely positive affirmations. I mean, it's literally in the name. But yeah, so even if you already say these positive affirmations for yourself, I feel like it's good to even level it up to a different level. So I like to listen to positive affirmations when I first wake up, because I feel like I'm still a little in my subconscious, and it's good to like listen to that first thing in the morning so that that's what you're programming your mind with, and it helps you to really believe it more. Also, writing in your phone, having alerts come up with your phone with these positive affirmations, and also having them around your room, around your dorm, around your apartment, whatever, or having them as your lock screen, or just writing them in your journal. Whatever it has to be, make a routine of saying these positive affirmations to yourself, because whatever you hear and whatever you think, whatever you say to yourself, you will eventually believe, because your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions become your life. Also, just a note, when you are saying these positive affirmations to yourself, try to use I am statements, not I am not. For example, if you're someone, for example, a simple one, I am beautiful, not I am not ugly, because your mind immediately thinks of the I am part and not the not part. Do you know what I mean? Try to think of it positively as well. And even if you were to do that, in the positive affirmations, make sure it's all positive and something that you want to become, or you want to believe it, because you want to say these affirmations as if you already believe them. Another way to practice words of affirmations with yourself, that is starting a self-love journal. You can even just write it in your notes app every single day. Write 5 things that you love about yourself, whether it's physical or emotional, or just things about your personality that you love. And lastly, just learning how to speak more kindly to yourself, because at the end of the day, we are constantly in our mind. We are constantly with our thoughts. So try to make your mind just a little bit of a kinder place to be in, because you literally can't escape it. Also, if I'm looking down, I have notes on my laptop here. Next one is acts of service. This is time to treat yourself like you would treat someone that you love. This can be doing certain things in the moment, or even preparing things in advance, which can help you, especially if you're preparing things the night before, an early morning, such as meal prepping, morning, or cooking something in advance for yourself, cleaning your space so that you wake up in a clean and healthy space, investing in good skincare or self-care products or whatever you're interested in, or even taking yourself on a solo date. I feel like that is so fun, and that also goes into one that I'll talk about later, which is quality time. Next one is receiving gifts. Whenever I tell people, or whenever I've told past exes that receiving gifts is one of my highest, most important love languages, I feel like they were always like, you're materialistic or this or that, but honestly, it's not really for me about the materialistic part of it, because yeah, receiving or giving something that's expensive does have meaning and is really nice, but I feel like for me, it is always the thought that counts. Even just writing a love letter and giving it to someone means the world to me. So do that for yourself. Write yourself even just a love letter. You can save up and buy yourself something that you've been wanting for so long. Buy yourself flowers, buy yourself a cute coffee mug or a latte that is way overpriced that other people judge you for, but you love it because it makes you happy. A book you've been wanting, or even just small gifts that remind yourself that you're special. Next one is quality time. Even though spending time and quality time with others is extremely important, it's very important to also spend quality time alone with yourself. Even if it's just making the time that you already have with yourself more intentional, like when you're doing your skincare routine or getting ready for bed, or even just when you're in the shower, because I feel like a lot of times when you're in the shower, you're just alone with your thoughts. So it's good to spend that quality time with yourself and give that self-love towards yourself. On solo dates, explore new hobbies, or a good one that I love to do is take yourself on a good walk or a good run and listen to a new playlist or a new podcast or something, because even though you're like listening to something else, you're still with yourself and you're still enjoying what you like to enjoy. And then lastly, physical touch. The ways that I like to do this is not only just taking care of my body, take a bath, do your skincare routine, massage your face, give yourself a lymphatic drainage massage, stretch and keep your body healthy through movement, or even just give yourself a hug. I mean, that sounds really, really silly, but sometimes it can help release endorphins into your brain, and I don't know, it's like a way of tricking your brain feeling happier. Just like how you trick your brain when you smile, you naturally feel happier, subconsciously help, weirdly. Next thing that you want to prioritize when you are falling in love with yourself, and that is romanticizing your time alone. There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely, because there has been so many different times in my life when I've been surrounded by so many people and I have never felt more lonely in my life. And there's so many times when I am alone and I don't feel lonely at all. It's really about the company that you're with and about your mindset, because sometimes when I'm alone, I do feel lonely, but again, it's about my mindset fully, because there's no difference between being alone this time and being alone this time. It's just about my mindset, it's about other things that I'm thinking about, and it's about worrying about other people and the fact that I'm not with other people. But if you're romanticizing your time alone and you're just truly just enjoying the fact that you are alone at this moment, you won't be alone at this moment forever, so just enjoy it, that really does help. And trust me, being alone and not feeling lonely is 100 times better than not being alone and feeling lonely. I remember this one time I was surrounded by my ex-friend group, and I just remember thinking I would so much rather be alone, because these people literally make me feel like I don't exist and like I don't mean anything. But I didn't want to leave the situation because I was scared that if I was alone, I would feel lonely. But immediately once I left that friend group and had a little short period of time when I was alone, I actually felt so much more clarity and I felt so much better. And also like I was able to give more time, more love, and more energy towards myself. So if you need to make that move and cut off those people who are making it more difficult to love yourself, definitely do that, because those people aren't really gonna last in your life anyways. Next, for romanticizing your time alone, try to make your solo activities more fun and try to give more intention to them. Even if you're running errands, you can dress up, you can curate a perfect playlist for the day, even if it's literally just a grocery store playlist. It can just make these mundane solo tasks just more fun. Like one random one that I do is when I go do my laundry at my building, I have to like truck my like 50-pound laundry bag all the way like 2 buildings away. So I need something to distract myself. So I listen to like club music and I make a thing out of it, and there's usually no one in the laundry room with me. So I'm just dancing, I don't care, and it's really fun. It honestly just like helps romanticize the moment. Sometimes I'm listening to a podcast, I don't know, but it really just like makes every single moment more intentional. Or another one is you can like light candles at dinner or around a bath, like you're in a movie or something. I've never done that, so I'm always scared it's gonna fall in the water, but you can put it like away from the bath. Next thing is romanticize your morning and night routines. I feel like I definitely romanticize my night routine. I have like a set routine in place, but usually my mornings are a little bit more rushed, which is something I need to work on. But romanticizing your morning actually is a really good way to make your day go better, because the way that you start your day, I truly believe, is how you continue your day. And if you start your day more intentional, the rest of your day is really gonna mean a lot more. And if you start your day romanticizing your time alone, any other time alone that you have during the day, you'll also be able to romanticize even better. Next thing is this time that you have alone, especially when it's slower moments, when you're not running errands, but when you're just like reading or taking a bath or even just doing your skincare routine or something like that. And that is slowing down and just enjoying the simple moments. Lastly, which I already talked about earlier, but taking yourself on dates can also help to romanticize your time alone. I've actually actually created a year ago a video on a bunch of different solo date ideas. I believe it was 50 or something. It might have been less, it might have been more, I don't know. But if you want different solo date ideas or even just date ideas, because those can be used with other people, friends or relationships, whatever, definitely go check out that video. But a few different date ideas that you can do by yourself off the top of my head: see a movie, go to a museum, take yourself out for coffee or food, or even going on a getaway by yourself, taking a flight, going for a road trip. That can be really fun, and if you have no one to go with, go by yourself. Next, like I talked about, your mindset is literally everything. The way that you talk to yourself really shapes your view of yourself. Although other people's opinions of you can shift how you view yourself, they're not lasting, and there's always gonna be new opinions of you throughout the months, throughout the years, and there's always gonna be negative opinions of you. So shifting how you think about yourself also will really help you to fall in love with yourself. Mindset is everything. For example, if someone walked up to you or commented on your video and said, "I hate your purple hair," and you have blonde hair, you're obviously going to be like, okay, I know myself. I know I don't have this color hair. Who cares about their opinion? Plus, they probably don't even have a profile picture. They're probably not posting themselves, and even if they are, who literally cares? But it's about your mindset, because you already know this to be false about yourself. You already have that self-security about yourself. So these people's comments in person don't matter. What these people saying behind your back doesn't really matter. So don't doubt yourself, because even if these things that these people are saying are true about you, at the end of the day, no one knows you as good as you, and the only person's opinion that really matters about you is you. Also, with rewriting how you speak to yourself, ask yourself, would you ever say this to someone else? Would you say this to your best friend? Would you say this to your mom? If you're saying no, why are you saying it to yourself? Try to replace this self-criticism with self-compassion. I feel like everyone knows that you're your worst self-critic or your worst critic or something like that. But at the same time, while we can be our worst critics and we know ourselves the best, knowing ourselves the best is the best tool that we have to love ourselves the best. We know exactly what we need, exactly what we deserve. And since we know exactly who we are, we know how capable we are of showing ourselves that love that we deserve, not only from other people, but just from ourselves. Try to take these negative comments that you say about yourself and shift it into a positive affirmation. For example, if you're thinking, I'm so behind in life, everyone else my age is already doing this, this, and this, and I'm still doing what they were doing years ago. First of all, I want you to know that literally everyone's on their own path, and two roads can be right next to each other and go to completely different destinations, and both of them are completely okay, and that's fine. You can tell yourself that. You can tell yourself and shift it into saying, I'm on my own unique timeline that is working perfectly for me, and know that everything is working out perfectly exactly how it needs to be, and you're exactly where you need to be. Thoughts become your reality, so change the way that you speak to yourself. Next is embracing being single. So for those in a relationship, you could either skip this part or you can listen, because I feel like some of the tips are still helpful if you are in a relationship. But like I was saying before, being single is not being in a waiting room for love. It is a time for growth and a time to give yourself that love, and also to experience all of the love around you that's coming from other people, because romantic relationships is not the only form of love that there is. And it kind of reminds me of this quote that I heard where it's like, you feel like you'll never be loved, but you open the door for people. You feel like you'll never be loved, but you laugh when babies laugh. You feel like you'll never be loved, but get excited when your best friend texts you. Stuff like that. There's always love, and there's so much immense amounts of love, even every single part of every single day. How different items were created, even things in nature. Like if you've ever looked at a leaf, just looking at the specific detailing of it, that was love from God, if you believe in that. That was sent down to us, and everything around us is love encapsulated. Obviously not everything, like a lot of man-made things. Romantic love is not the only love that we have in this world. If you are single, this is the perfect time to not only reinvent yourself, but just invent yourself. Focus on you. Work towards your goals, your passions, what life you want to live in the future, because you can't expect to get into a romantic relationship and just expect everything to be perfect and everything to be fixed, because that is only one corner of your life. And what happens if that relationship goes down? If that's the only meaning that you have in this world is getting romantic love, then what happens if you're not in a romantic relationship? Also, if you get into a relationship expecting them to be your only source of happiness, even if they do make you happy and you stay in that relationship forever, it's not a healthy form of love, because you need to be happy completely by yourself, and they're just an addition, not a completion. I truly believe that the relationship that you have with yourself sets the standards for the relationships that you have with everyone else in your life, including romantic relationships. How do you expect other people to give you love and respect when you can't love and respect yourself? How do you expect other people to take you on these dates, to buy you these flowers, to give you this love and this respect, if you can't even do that for yourself? I truly believe that if you fall in love with your own company and fall in love with yourself first, you will never accept less than you deserve. Next, I just want to talk about some daily self-love habits that I feel like really help you to not only romanticize your time alone, but just fall in love with yourself. But before I do, I want to talk about what is the difference between self-love and self-care. Well, they do go hand in hand. They are a little bit different. Self-love is about how you see and how you value yourself. It's an internal mindset of accepting, appreciating, and respecting who you are, flaws and everything. Self-love includes but is not limited to embracing your worth without seeking validation from other people, setting healthy boundaries and cutting off any relationships that are not working for you, speaking to yourself with kindness and compassion, prioritizing your happiness, your mental health, and your well-being always. And lastly, understanding the fact that you do deserve love and you do deserve respect. Now, on the other side, self-care is more of action. Actionable practices that you can take to take care of your physical, your mental, and your emotional health. It's the steps that you actively take to show love to yourself by nurturing your mind, body, and your soul. Which is funny because I actually have wall art behind here that literally says mind, body, soul. So self-care can include, but is not limited to, practicing good hygiene and taking care of your physical health, eating nutritious foods and staying hydrated, seeking therapy or processing emotions through shadow work or journaling if needed, taking breaks, resting and recharging whenever is needed because it's super important to rest, or lastly, exercising or stretching for your physical well-being as well. I feel like the key differences between self-love and self-care is honestly, self-love is the foundation and self-care is the practice. Think about it this way. Self-love is thinking, I love myself, I respect myself, I deserve love, and self-care is showing yourself that love through actionable steps. I truly believe through romanticizing your time alone, practicing self-care, and understanding the meaning of self-love, as well as utilizing the 5 love languages to not only love others but to love yourself, it can really help you to foster that self-love. And through fostering that self-love, your connections with other people will become even stronger because you will have a more solid foundation to work off of. And also remember that treating yourself with self-love and falling in love with yourself isn't just a one-time thing or a thing that you can happen once and then it just smooth sailing from there. It's a daily practice, and that's why you have to make it the most actionable, easy as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to like the video. And also, if you'd like to see more videos by me or just content like this, don't forget to press the notifications bell as well so that you can be notified whenever I post new videos. And if you stayed this long into the video, comment in the comments below what is one self-love or self-care habit that you're currently working on that you want to share with other people so that maybe they can do it as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, whether it's day, night, morning, no matter what. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Sending you so much love. Bye.